Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
I want to show you my first ever painting.
All right.
Okay. Open your eyes.
Oh, that's a lot of colors and shapes.
So be honest. What do you think?
Well, I like how if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Here, why don't I hold your paintbrush while you call them?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist. All right.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time.
Is that a new thing that you're doing?
No, it's just a thing that came out of my mouth this time.
Okay, cool. I guess a lot of podcasts do that. They're like, if you're a first-time listener, but it's like, meh.
Right?
I mean, like, welcome.
Congratulations on finding us.
I'm not going to congratulate you every single time.
Yeah, that seems very
Who am
silly.
I, your mom?
Yeah, true. We are not.
Your moms.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm very tired. And I was kind of like grumpy all day, and I think I just had an endorphin crash because I had like a good weekend, and I had a 4th of July like barbecue at my house, and it was just really fun. And I think today I had like an endorphin crash and was just like, I'm sad and everything sucks. But that's fine.
That's fine. That happens.
Me and Nick just found some new trash reality TV shows to watch.
The best?
That I don't want to talk about because I feel weird about them.
Yeah.
I just want to say VH1 has some quality programming.
Quality is a word. I don't know if it belongs in that sense.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like maybe I did stuff this weekend that's like worth... I tried a new cocktail bar.
Ooh, really?
And they had a very, very good cocktail. I went to Spilled Milk, and they had a sarsaparilla. Well, that's the name of the bar.
I know, and I don't like it.
Well, the bar is beautiful on the inside, and it's really great. And I had a cocktail that I tried, and I was like, this is going to be too strong. I'm not going to like it. But I was like, it sounds so intriguing. I want to try it. It was called a sarsaparilla sazerac. And it was basically absinthe, scotch, alcoholic like root beer, and something else. And it was served with no ice, and it was just served chilled. And that's why I thought I would hate it, because I like cocktails with ice because I like it to like change the flavor and blah, blah, blah. I'm not super hardcore with my alcohol. But it was so smooth. It was so fucking good. Oh my God.
That sounds delicious. I've had scotch and absinthe mixed together with like a liqueur in it. Mm.
Yeah, but those are both strong, but they like kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, they like mix really well.
Yeah, they make, because they're both potent, but they like smooth each other out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That sounds delicious.
It was so yummy.
Good. Excellent. Is that where you guys took that cute photo?
No, we went to one of our favorite restaurants was closing, or it was repurposing, whatever. So we went there the last night that they were open, and they had fish bowls, and Nick was like, let's get a fish bowl. And I was like, you want to get a bowl of alcohol right now? And he was like, yeah. He's so funny because on the way, because we had, we've spent a decent amount of money lately, and he was like, we should probably like try and keep it reasonable at dinner. And then like he's Mr. $40 fish bowl all of a sudden, and I was like, whatever, you're paying for this, so
yeah, sure,
let's do this.
Do it up.
Yeah, it was fun. Had pretty fun, relaxing weekend.
Good. That's
and then
good.
Our party yesterday was lots of food and booze, and the thing that kind of sucks, but the thing, part of the reason I think I'm a little tired is I drank consistently all day but never got drunk.
Yeah.
And so then, and I woke up naturally very early in the morning and then didn't go to bed till late, and then I woke up early and went to work today, and I had the like endorphins crash and the like not hangover.
Yeah.
So
that like my body aches because I boozed all day.
But I'm not hungover.
Right. Like in your brain. Not,
yeah.
Like hungover in your body but not in your brain. So you're like, this is not as bad, but I'm irritated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. lived that life.
That life.
Many, many times.
Many a moon. Oh, and I started watching, this is so funny because it got canceled like forever ago, but I finally started watching Constantine. Oh. Which is funny that I've never read it. I love Hellblazer and Constantine comic books. I just, like, for some reason was like, I don't want to watch that show because it's going to be dumb. And this is before I watched the, like, superhero television shows. And it was great. And it sucks I got canceled.
Yep. There were two people like you who were like, I refuse to give this a chance.
Look, I don't watch things while they're on TV.
Busy.
I'm very busy. I'm like 12 episodes behind on Arrow, and that ended like 4 months ago.
I totally get it. I still only watched 2 episodes of Glow because I'm going
we finished The Glow, and we finished American Gods this weekend. Happy with both.
Yeah, good. I've heard nothing but good things about Glow, so that's part of why I'm like, I'm going to slow burn this. I'm going to take it nice and easy and like use these episodes as rewards because I have such bad senioritis. Like, I am so hardcore right now in the mindset of like,
I'm so done.
I only have these 2 classes. C's get degrees.
Remember when we lived together and because I transferred in with a full associate's degree. I could have graduated a year early, and I was like, no, I want to graduate with people that are like my age, and I'll get the second degree in gender studies. I'm so marketable. But then that whole year, I just complained. I was like, why did I do this to myself? I could have graduated. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yep. Yep. I'm feeling that so hard. And also, like, I'm glad I took these 2 challenging classes, and then another part of me is like, why the fuck did I do this?
Yeah.
This was a mistake.
You know, you're glad because you go to school to learn, but not just to coast, especially when you go back older, but it's also like, ugh.
And I'm also now 4 months away from the wedding, and so I'm in like,
you joined your bank accounts together.
Yes. That's what we did today. We linked our finances, and we have a joint bank account with a checking and a savings account. It makes me very nervous. It's very strange.
What does it make you nervous?
I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's like everything.
It's not like you're a millionaire and he's destitute.
Yeah, I know. I'm the poor one. Like, I only benefit from this. But for some reason, it just makes me very nervous. It's like...
When he saw your finances, was he like, oh no?
No, right now, I have...
Oh, no.
I save more money than he does because I've been poor for so long
that
I'm like, every dollar that I can hold on to goes into my savings account. And so we haven't, like, revealed numbers of each other's personal bank accounts. Right now, it's just like, all of the wedding money is going into our joint fund. So we still have like a little bit of privacy, which is nice. Somebody on Twitter was like, you can still have your own separate accounts. And I was like, no fucking kidding, first of all. Second of all, like, of course, everyone should have separate bank accounts, even if you're in a forever partnership, because you need fuck you money. Like, that shit is important. Like, having 2 months rent so that you can just be like, you did something unacceptable and I can no longer be around you. Fuck you, I'm out of here. Like, everyone needs that amount of money. Like, keep that in your pocket.
Also, you don't need to see what I'd be buying.
Right? Exactly. Sometimes I'm like, you don't need to know everything that I'm buying here, all right? Like, I don't need you to go through my entire... I don't want to know everything he's buying. Like, I especially feel like, as people who are in open relationships, like, I don't need to see every time you spend money on somebody else, and you don't need to see every time I spend money on somebody else. Like, then that like... There's like a weird gray line there. So
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's cool. We'll just keep these things separated. So it's weird. I think it's more of a symbolic thing that it's like, oh shit.
We have a joint checking account.
We can each write a check from this account. And that's like strange to me. Like, having access to somebody else's money that's also technically my money. I don't know, it's just very bizarre. We also mailed our wedding invites today. So it was like, boom, boom, 2, 1, 2, big things. Did you just
bring mine?
No, I mailed it.
Why?
Because I just dropped everything in the mail.
What a waste of a stamp.
It's fine. We have extra stamps. It worked out fine.
You know, at the beginning of SmackDown this week, where they were like, basically, it was just like a long list of everybody's catchphrases worked into a clever way. I was like, oh, this is basically going to be my bridesmaid speech.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, I'm going to take a lot of cues from this. This is great. Mm-hmm. Give me some fodder.
Also, I need to come up with a plan. If anyone has suggestions for how I can make this happen, I got Michael to agree today that if Big E will agree to be our officiant, he's cool with it.
He's probably gotten swamped after he like randomly did it.
I'm sure. He said before, like, I'll officiate your weddings, whatever. And I think I have an edge here because I'm getting married on a Friday and they have that day off. And it's in Chicago, which is a big city. So I'm kind of like, Maybe.
What, are you gonna kick Emily out of your wedding?
Are you kidding? If I went to Emily and was like, I'm replacing you with Biggie, she'd be like, thank fucking God I don't have to do this anymore. Just put her in my bridal party. I'll put her in charge of the flower girls and be like, you're the flower matron. She would love that. Are you kidding?
Oh man, that's so funny.
So if anyone has any ideas on the best way to present this, or if a bunch of people want to tweet at Biggie and be like, please officiate Erin's wedding, that would be really great.
Should make a video and send it to him and be like, Biggie, here's our heartfelt plea. Like a fancy video. Not like a sex video.
No, definitely not. Although maybe he's into that. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't send people sex videos.
No, definitely not.
What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Tommaso Ciampa Psycho Killer shirt because we found out this week that he's out of action until 2018.
Bwah, bwah. But think of it. That sucks for him and for us. But when Johnny comes back and has this beautiful babyface run, when Tommaso comes back and destroys his life, it'll be so satisfying.
It's gonna be so good. And like, they just
It's gonna be good.
Move them out of NXT. Just be done with it. Like, this will be so much better on the WrestleMania show. They've been building it to her for so long. Like, I hope they don't just keep Johnny in NXT doing fuck all. Like, who's he gonna fight there? He doesn't fit into that men's scene anymore. Like, he's not gonna fucking win against Aleister Black. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So I feel like if they actually finally move him up to the cruiserweight division, he has like a way better chance to have like a really good babyface run. Fucking have him beat Neville. I'm totally here for that. Like, people love Johnny. Let him be loved as a babyface who returns triumphantly after being destroyed by his best friend. Like, I'm so here for it. So I'm wearing my shirt because I'm sad about Tommaso, but I feel like it's, in the end, going to be very good.
I feel like they're breaking up a lot of friendships right now.
Oh, yeah. WWE's like, fuck your friendships. No one is friends.
No one can be friends.
What shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Feel the Glow tank top.
It's cute.
Yeah. It fits weird. It's like not a great cut. Some of their tank tops are great and some of them are not. But it's bright pink. I like it.
I like your jacket.
I bought it with a gift card from rei.com.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I going to buy at rei.com?
You could have given me 1,000 guesses, and I would not have thought that was from REI. It's really cute. I like it a lot.
Thank you. I thought it was white, but it is not.
It's like a light mint color almost.
Yeah, it's like teal, but also minty. It's like minty teal.
I like it. It's cute. It looks really good.
You know
with
what?
that
To be
pink,
honest,
too.
I don't love it, so probably in a year I'll hate it and give it to you.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Like I said, I thought I was buying a white one.
It's cute. I like it.
News?
News? Other news?
Other news.
Tommaso's broken forever, so
Tommaso's broken forever. Paige is now a luchador.
Oh, God.
Like, people wouldn't realize that it was fucking you, dude.
I know, right? And she, like, came into the ring with him later, like, oh, who could that possibly be?
Who could that girl in that lucha mask be?
Who has all of the same visible tattoos as Paige? Who could it be?
You know what? At least she covered her face. Like, I don't actually know. I don't even know if it was a bigger fuck you that she covered her face or...
Yeah, it feels like a huge fuck you. Like, I did the literal bare minimum in order to not be on TNA television. Like, bitch, come on. Get with it. Does she want to be fired? I feel like she...
I don't know.
I feel like she wants to be fired.
I don't know what's going on with her.
What a disaster. They're back together. ADR and Paige are back together.
Well, of course.
Of course. We knew it wasn't the final one. It's not till she moves out, because they have that fucking house together.
I don't know of any other news. Oh, I didn't watch Slammiversary, but I might tune into TNA now and again. ACH is going to be on it, and I like Sienna. I like the women's stuff, and I didn't hate watching it the past 2 weeks, so I might, like, casually tune in here and there, but I'm not going to pay for Slammiversary, and I'm not going to waste my time.
$50.
I'm also not going to waste my time, like, stealing it from the internet. That's like a lot of effort for me.
Yeah.
A lot of time for something that I know the results do.
Yeah, exactly.
But ADR won, and now they've unified those titles, and Sienna won, and they unified those titles.
Whatever. Did Global Force Wrestling even have a women's champion?
Yeah, it was Sienna.
Oh, okay.
And Rosemary was the Impact champion.
Oh, okay. I thought Sienna was the TNA champion. Or Global Force Wrestling. I don't even know what their fucking name is anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's all just Impact now.
No, I'm pretty sure they're Global Force Wrestling now. They rebranded from Impact once they acquired Global Force Wrestling.
Trash.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
That makes me want to watch it less, and it will always just be known as TNA.
Right? It's always going to be TNA.
We know when we went to that AEW show. Oh, I don't even know. It was one that you weren't at. It was one when I took like Ray Ray and Smyra, but Trevor Lee had a really funny moment where people were chanting like TNA sucks or whatever, and he grabbed the microphone and said, "It's Anthem Wrestling, you idiot." And I was like, "Yeah, you're the best. I love you." My boys. I did not watch the G1 Climate.
No.
G1.
The G1 special in USA is what was this weekend.
Sure. I watched an hour of the 10 hours.
Yes. I watched
I
all 10 hours.
want to watch more, but like 10 hours is a lot.
I know. I only turned it on because Michael Cano, I'm pretty sure, Heavy Arms something, I'm sorry, I don't remember your full Twitter name, he tweeted at me, like, right as the first night was starting, he was like, oh, are you going to watch this? And I thought he was talking about the G1 Climax, the round robin tournament that's about to start. I was like, I can't. I don't have time in my life to do that while I'm also in school and a human. And he was like, no, this is happening, and I had totally forgotten about it.
I thought I had set up a recording, and I didn't, and then you couldn't go back and, like, record it, and I was pissed.
Oh, that sucks.
So I have to, like, watch it randomly here and there.
Here and there. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I love New Japan. I love many people in their company.
They're just daunting. How many hours?
I know. I hate when people are like, it's not that much and it's only twice a year that they do these tournaments. Like that's twice a year too many. Like I just don't have time to do all. If I could watch all of it live. But I'm sure people would be like, well, but if you stopped watching WWE. But I don't want to.
Yeah, right?
Because
WWE comes onto my TV.
Yeah.
It is a convenience factor.
Accessibility is super important. And also, when my friends are getting into wrestling, I like to be able to talk to them about the product that they're watching.
That's true.
One of my good friends he was like my casual wrestling fan for a long time. No. Also, Andrew, I have a story about him. But my other friend, Brooke, who lives in California, is only a WWE watcher. And for this weekend, he was like, so I definitely want to watch New Japan, and I also want to watch Ring of Honor, so how do I do this exactly? And I was like, here are all of the links that you need in order to watch these things.
Here are the links.
But it's like, it's only because he had people to talk to about WWE and, like, what else is available. Like, that gatekeeper bullshit just bothers me so much, and like I feel like New Japan fans are really bad about that a lot, where it's like you just need to commit to it and not commit to anything else. Like, I don't want to do that. I like other things.
I watch it when I can. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot.
I will say that
I like Sonata's hair a lot.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
I like that guy handsome. With a cat.
Takahashi?
Yeah.
I love it. I love the therapy cat. Daryl, he's so cute.
I love that it's like, I mean, obviously only a bad guy could really get away with the gimmick, but it just like makes it work better.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Yeah, I like a lot of people there. Naito was great both nights. Kenny Omega was fucking great. He's now their spoiler if you don't want to know this result. He's now their United States champion, which is hilarious.
That was like the new one, right?
Yeah, they created.
Isn't he Canadian?
Yeah, so 2 Canadian KOs hold the United States belts in their respective promotions because fuck Americans, basically.
I mean, truly fuck America.
Truly fuck Americans, absolutely. Okada and Cody Rhodes wrestled on the first night, and they had a pretty good match, but at the end of it, I was still like, yeah, I don't really care for Cody Rhodes. Cody no last name. Because he doesn't.
Cody no Rhodes.
Cody, we don't need Rhodes? I don't know. Whatever.
We don't need roads where we're wrestling. You got it. Everyone gets it.
Everybody gets it. Yeah, it was good. I would recommend picking through watching the people that you like on both nights. It was definitely a good show. And it was nice to like jump back into New Japan for a second on like a totally New Japan show.
That US commentary though, whew.
Oh man.
I watched an hour of it and I was like, this is hilariously bad. I love that they were so sure which Briscoe was which, and they were so wrong.
They were so wrong. I was like literally questioning myself, like, have I been wrong this whole time?
You have not been wrong.
I also love when JR went, oh my god.
Marty Scurll.
Oh yeah, Squirrel. He definitely called him Squirrel. I also heard that the second night. I was just like, what are you fucking doing? He couldn't tell any of the in Gobneral, I'm sorry, I can't say their name.
Los Ignorables.
LIJ, yeah, those guys. I thought everyone was Bushi. Convinced all of them were Bushi. And then
Well, they have masks on. How am I supposed to tell them apart?
Yeah, literally said, they're wearing masks. How the hell am I supposed to tell them apart? And I was just like...
They're different masks.
They all look different. They all have their own masks. It just made... I was just blown away. I was like, oh, they have faces. How should I ever tell them apart? Like, it was just mind-blowing. And I was also like, oh, God, he's going to call the women's tournament. Like, he's had a year to learn. He didn't know the name of the lethal injection. Like, you don't even know Jay Lethal's finisher? Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Him and Lita is gonna be a hot mess train
it's
wreck.
gonna be a garbage fire. It's gonna be bad. I feel like Lita could be okay if she had someone strong to lead her. Like, if it was Morrow and Lita, I think Lita could be fine.
I like JR and I love the nostalgia factor and I like that he's getting work, but like, also let's not give him important things. Mm-hmm. Let's have him do random shit.
He's not gonna know half these women's names. He's not gonna know their finisher names. Like, it's
Can we talk about Bianca Belair?
Yes. Definitely.
I remember her from that like Grand Royale whatever that they had forever ago. The number one contender, the one that Candice was in. And I was like, oh, I like her look. And I remember seeing a video of her on WWE Network, or WWE.com, just talking about her like being very athletic and coming from a lauded like sports career in college. I
remember that as
but I
well.
don't remember her really wrestling. And then I put it on our Tumblr actually, the qualifying match to get into the Mae Young tournament.
Yeah.
And it was Aaliyah versus Bianca. And holy shit, I am all in 100%. I liked everything about her, but also she uses her hair as a whip.
That's dope.
She takes her hair, she's got this one big long braid, and she takes her hair, and instead of like chopping somebody, she literally whips them, and it's so loud. It is so brutal. And then I saw another clip of her, of like what it was like a phone shot of her wrestling. What is her? Ruby. I was like, Heidi, Ruby. Her wrestling Ruby, and instead of like taking it with her hand and whipping it, she just flips her head around and just smacks like Ruby across the face with her hair, and it's so brutal, and I love it.
Cool. I'm here
also,
for it.
I need fan art of Peyton Royce, Bianca Belair, and Alexa Bliss as the Gotham City Sirens today, yesterday, tomorrow. I need it.
Yes, absolutely.
I need it.
All right. Fantastic.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Go watch that match on our Tumblr if you haven't, because
I have not. I will.
Oh, it's so good.
Cool.
She even made Aaliyah look okay, and Aaliyah is not good.
No, she's not. She had such promising potential, like the one time they used her as a heel, and then they were like, LOL, fuck you, never mind.
No. She honestly, to me, is like just a step above how like Eva Marie moved. Like Aaliyah moves very heavily.
Clunky, yeah.
She's clunky, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And the cat ears.
I hate the cat ears.
I have a cat tattoo, and I'm like not into it.
Right? I'm like, get out of here. You look too much like Ariana Grande already, and that's like her thing.
Yeah,
it's
but I think
bizarre.
they're like, I'm the cat's meow. I'm not Ariana Grande as a wrestler.
Barf.
It's dumb.
No, thank you.
Did you watch NXT?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I honestly don't remember. I watched it like a whole week ago.
What do you mean you don't remember?
What did it start with?
Velveteen Dream versus Ho Ho Lun.
Yeah.
So it was trash on trash on trash.
Trash on trash. Oh my god. I was just irrationally angry during Velveteen Dream's entrance. When he got into this, I just almost called it the squared circle, like the biggest fucking doofus, got into the ring.
When he got into the squared circle.
It's 20 by 20 in case you didn't know that. He was like rolling around and writhing and clearly was supposed to be like, I'm trying to be Prince Sexy, but
It was so uncomfortable.
it was so uncomfortable. He doesn't get it. It's clearly that he's mocking this character. Like, the reason that Breezango is good is because they're not mocking it and like they treat it very seriously, and that's just who these characters are. Velveteen Dream is a fucking farce, and it makes me so mad.
Velveteen Dream is a farce.
It makes me so mad. And the worst part about it too is like Patrick Clark is not a bad wrestler. Like he will be very good. He's very young. He's only like 21. He's in great shape. He's a decent looking dude. Like he could be very good. But this trash fucking gimmick, like
It's not good.
I will never, ever get on board with it.
Me
It's
neither.
just disgusting.
He doesn't know how to sell it, and it's dumb.
Right. It's the absolute wrong
Also,
gimmick
though,
for him.
I don't know. I just feel like out of all of the celebrities, singers, or whatever that you could mock, like, Prince is so untouchable.
Why would you pick Prince? Like, why? It's just so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
he's so fresh in everyone's mind. He only died a year ago. Like, come on. Get with it. This is bad.
There's a backstage segment with Regal and Heavy Machinery and Authors of Pain. I gotta be honest, it was like watching Faces, because I was watching it with a baby and she was just making a lot of weird noises. She wasn't like upset or crying. She was just like, "Mom," and I didn't feel like turning up the TV, so I mostly just watched Regal's reactions to things.
Yes.
I assume they're having a match.
Yes, you are correct about this. Heavy Machinery's basically like, "We are beef! Give us match!" And Paul Aaron was like, "Weird," and then that was the end of it.
Didn't he like read from his book?
He basically just said that they were weird, and was like, "Well, yeah, they are weird." So
They are weird.
we've got you there, I guess.
So Hideo and Tommy and Oni Lorcan wrestled, but then Oni accidentally like busted Hideo's nose
Broke
open.
his fucking nose,
And
straight
then,
up
so
broke
they
his
had
nose.
to cancel the match. And at first, I didn't realize that. I thought I didn't realize that Hideo's nose was actually broken. I thought it was just like a pouty heel move. But then when he came back and had they restarted the match a segment later, he had like cotton shoved up his nose. I was like, oh, this is for real. Also, hardcore, Tommy.
Also, I think that I'm not sure, and if anybody who is listening was at these tapings, all I want to know is this continuity question. I don't want to know any other spoilers. I think what happened was that Oni broke Hideo's nose, and then like hours later they did the second part of that segment after they reset his nose and let it stop bleeding. And so it was like watching it in the audience, it was like, oh, this thing is done, and it ended. And then it was like Hideo came back and was like, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
I mean, they broke it up in the show between
Right.
segments, but it was pretty badass.
Yeah, because they normally tape like 4 shows at a time.
Right.
So I think it was like beginning of one segment, end of at the end of the other. They did that one.
There was
It worked. It looked really good.
Bobby Roode versus Roddy propaganda package. Who cares? That's happening tonight.
Whatever.
Their match.
I don't care.
And then the best. It was so like the first half was just kind of like whatever. So Sanity gets in the ring, and it's the two guys without Eric Young. So Killian Dane and then the German guy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that they attacked Hideo at the end, which was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Right, and
it was
then-
shocking, and it was like the right way to do it too.
Yeah, and then he delivered a promo that was basically, we have this plan and we want to fight Ono and Tommy next week or whatever. Who cares what they said? I don't care. It was fine.
Yeah.
The best part is when Nikki Cross came in and was like, "Get out!
right.
Get out! It's my ring! Get out!
That's
Get out!"
right.
And they
she was like beating him on the chest.
They
It was-
debuted her new song, which is just like Sanity noises and then just her screaming.
Yes,
Which is
so
great.
good.
And then earlier in the show, Asuka was in her car having like one of her interviews where she gives one word,
Oh,
and Nikki Cross just jumps onto the car and is like, "Asuka, Asuka," and then they're like fighting with a door, and I was like, this looks actually dangerous.
I loved Asuka being like, nah.
Asuka versus Nikki forever.
Oh my god!
Last
I watched
women's
this
standing
twice.
match. It was so dope.
It was so good. I watched it.
Asuka took some nasty bumps.
They both were just like, oh man, it was fucking intense.
I loved
It
at the
was
end of it, they were
amazing.
just like, they were smiling, I think, in IRL because they were like, we just killed it, but they also were smiling in character because they're both crazy.
yeah, they're both absolutely fucking bananas.
And it worked so well. Like, Asuka was smiling and she had the championship or whatever, but also worked well as Nikki was being attended to by paramedics, that she was just smiling because she was like, violence is great.
Yeah, it was so good. Oh my god, I loved it so much. I also feel like the WWE recognized that they fucked up so tremendously with the Women's Money in the Bank. I feel like this week of programming with the 3 main events all being women, that's not an accident. Like, that, it has never happened before. Like, it was...
I feel like NXT was planned to be that. Like, there's no
Absolutely.
way anything could follow that, right?
Absolutely.
But, like, then they were like, well, this will work out.
Yeah,
We'll
right.
just do
We'll
them all.
do 1, 2, 3, right in a row. And I thought it was interesting, too, because...
It also got better.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Like, the Raw segment was really good that week, especially compared to what it had been before, because it was trash garbage.
And then what followed?
What followed this week was also trash garbage. And then the Women's Money in the Bank rematch, which was good, but like we said, like, it would have been better if it had been combined with the first match.
Right.
And then you got, like, the perfect fucking match from Nikki and Asuka, and it was just so good. Like, all of it was good. They actually looked like they were hurting each other. Like, they actually looked like they were doing moves to each other, which would stop them from standing up. Like, when there was that overhead shot when Nikki first brought the ladder out and you just see Asuka and Nikki's like off to the side, I was like, whew, good for them. That was rough. They're probably gonna get back into that ring any second now. And then it was like, ladder right to the face. And I was like, oh my god.
I also love that they set up the table and then they were like, psych, we're going through the night announcers booth.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We didn't even credit this table at all.
Oh, it was one of those, like, New Japan tables, too, so it looked like, oh my god, they're gonna go through this table, which is clearly not gimmicked in any way, and, like, that in itself is sort of frightening, and then, like, oh my god, watching the announcers realize what was happening, they were just like, oh my god, and just, like, ripped their headsets off, and we're like, get the fuck out of here.
Also, the first week of Morrow, which was
yes,
great.
Yes, he was so good. I was
really
so glad.
Keeps it all together.
I loved when they were doing the replays at the end, and he's, like, struggling to get his headset back on, like, I just checked back in, and looking at all these amazing moves, like, oh, I'm so happy you're back. This is so
Morrow
great.
forever.
Morrow forever. Nikki and Asuka forever.
Forever, man. It's gonna be hard. I love also that Asuka released a statement. I was like, I'm not coming back to NXT until I get real competition. So that, like,
Yeah.
I mean, Asuka's in a place right now where, like, I like her as champion, but it's obviously, like, counting down the days, right? But she doesn't, we just had this amazing match with Nikki. We don't need Asuka for a little bit. We can do Peyton and Billy and Ember and Bianca and, like, all this other stuff. Like, give Asuka a vacay. She deserves it.
Yeah, exactly. She's worked her fucking ass off. Like, let her enjoy the spoils of this for a hot second until you figure out what the fuck you're gonna do with her. Like, let her take a vacation. Cool. Good. Awesome.
What did you think of Lucha Underground this week?
Sorry, I got a piece of almond joy stuck, like, right in the back of my throat. It was good. More Cueto Cup, which I've, like, really been enjoying.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, tournaments can either go one of two ways. They can be like, oh my god, when will this fucking end? Mm-hmm. Or they can be really exciting even when you know the first round matches are, like, it's obvious who will win.
Right, exactly.
Though not always, because there was that match with Vibora and Paul London, and it was like, well...
I was shocked that he lost, to be honest.
It was great how he did. Like, Paul London was so weird with his carrot, and, like, you know, the other two members
I loved that.
It was great.
Fucking carrot.
Prop comedy.
So good. Also, how did he secure that to his hat? Because at first I thought it was glued on, but he, like, took it off and used it later.
I don't know. How does Asuka's mask work?
I think that Asuka has something that she bites. Right?
That makes a lot of sense.
I feel like it's the only way that stays on her face.
Right.
There's, like, no other thing that could keep it on.
Well, but in the other members of the Rabbit Tribe lost so handily, but the way that he won with, like, shenanigans and distractions.
I love that too, that they came in and were like, scoop, and
we're like,
gone.
We're here, woo! We, like, running in, and they're like, I guess they're just weirdos who run around. It's
which
like,
felt appropriate.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
if they had just done that, it would have been totally appropriate, and it worked out that it was just like, oh, they just held him down.
They're under the ring.
Right? I like that a lot.
And, like, one member of the Rabbit Tribe moves on, one member of the...
Lizard Tribe.
Lizards.
The Lizards.
The Lizards.
Yes, exactly. 2 members of the Lizards, right? Didn't Drago also advance?
Was that for a cup thing?
I thought so. I thought it was. I could be wrong. That may have just been a grudge match.
I thought the last time we saw Drago, it was a part of when he switched.
No, because remember he came out in his old red gear and had that singles match against...
Oh man, wrestling is just like one blob in my brain.
I know, yeah. I'm pretty sure that Drago also advanced.
Okay, yeah, 2 members. Well, at least you have, like, a member from each tribe.
Right, exactly. Also, I really like seeing Cobra Moon in this capacity, like...
Because she's not the strongest wrestler.
Right, I don't love her in the ring, but I really like her in this, like, manager, Katrina-ish role. Like, it works very well for her. She's doing a very good job of that.
I agree. The episode, we jumped right ahead, but the episode opened with Mill and Katrina, and Mill was basically like, I will win this for you, my love. And she was like, okay.
Right?
Because, like, we know that he's not her love, because she told that to Jeremiah, and then Jeremiah was just in the corner going, angry, mad.
Fuming angry.
In a real creep-tastic way.
Yep. Who do you think her love is?
The other woman who has the half of the pendant.
Do we know who that is?
Yeah, the like Captain Vasquez. they both have half of the pendant that keep you alive.
Oh.
And only one little girl was given the pendant. Why would you give half of your pendant up if it wasn't for the person that you love?
Oh, I didn't
That
even-
seems very obvious to me.
That didn't even occur to me. I never even considered that. That makes a lot. I just assumed that Captain Vasquez, like, has it for another reason.
No. I always assumed that Captain Vasquez was the little girl.
Oh, okay.
And that, because she seems to know more about, like, the darkness, and then she gave this pendant to her love, who then turned crazy evil.
Interesting.
This is my theory.
I like that theory.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Interesting. Okay. I was just curious.
The first match was Mil versus Veneno. Spider jobber.
Right? I was like, who the fuck is this?
You don't remember him? Because when
No.
he's been a jobber, because remember when somebody was putting a spider in Sexy Star's locker, and then she was like, it was you! And he was like, no, I'm just here for a paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he lost.
Obviously. Obviously. There was a really fun match between Taya and Joey Ryan.
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Two of my favorites in, like, peak characters.
Yeah.
Like, it was really fun.
It was really good.
I wish it was a little longer, because that's fun, and I
Yeah.
like both of them.
But I feel like it's also appropriate to send Taya further into the tournament and have Joey available for other things.
Oh, yeah. I love the way that it ended.
Yeah.
I just wish the actual match was
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Yeah, I thought that they were great. I also thought that this was a really good example of, like, people who are against intergender wrestling are like, why would you want to see a man beat up a woman? Like, we want to see women beat the shit out of men. And this was a great example of this.
Yeah.
Like, Taya totally held her own. It never felt like they were unmatched or, like, unfairly matched in any way. She completely, like, Joey Ryan is not... Like, he's a comedy wrestler, but in the confines of Lucha Underground, he's not just a comedy jobber. Like, he does win, and he is a good wrestler. So I thought it was
I think the
good,
thing with
too.
me about intergender wrestling is, like, when people say, why would you want to see a man hit a woman? Like, in the real world, when there's, like, violence like that, it is usually, like, got a lot of malice in it, and it's got a lot of relationship problems and things like that, whereas, like, in wrestling, it's like these two people are fighting because that's their job. And yeah, there might be animosity in storytelling, but think about like when Paige and Taya fought, like, he was pissed because she was, like, fucking with his title and his title opportunities and stuff, and, you know, all the Johnny shenanigans, but, like, even though that was a brutal fucking beatdown and she got her ass kicked.
Yeah, she did get her ass kicked.
It, to me, never felt inappropriate because it's not, it didn't feel unbalanced. Like, she was there, she chose to be there, she wanted to fight. Like, there's agency in that. It's not, I think people who do the black and white, like, well, men shouldn't hit women, like, well, so now you're stripping people of their agency.
Right,
like,
exactly. I totally agree with that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, totally agreed.
Anyways, I love that match.
Very good.
Taya forever.
Taya forever.
I want Taya to win this whole thing and then be like, come on, Johnny, we have to fight. I just want Johnny and Taya to fight.
Me too.
For the belt, specifically.
Yeah.
I know that Johnny's going to lose to
El Rey.
I almost call him El Rey. Rey Mysterio. The face of El Rey.
The face of El Rey.
Jeremiah Crane killed Mil Muertes with a chair, but, like, Mil's not.
He's the man of 1,000 deaths. He's definitely not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead, but, like, boy, there was a crunching noise.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
And he just he put the chair around Mil's neck and then kicked it, and then was like, she's mine.
And cracked it with a chair, and it was real gross. Wasn't as gross as Cage stepping on the eyeball, but it was pretty gross.
I think the thing with that story, too, it's like, it could be very stalkery, but also Katrina is the one that has all of the power.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So it just basically makes Jeremiah seem like a baby, like a little petulant
does
baby.
seem like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
That's Jeremiah Killshot match, though. Whew.
Damn, that was a good match.
Damn, that was a good match. It's so funny because when Killshot first premiered, I did not like him.
Really? I've always liked Killshot.
I did not think he was a very good wrestler. And then, like, maybe he was just, because Shane Strickland obviously is a good wrestler, but maybe it was just, like, the way it was taped, or, like, the
also,
match I saw was...
getting used to a mask is hard.
Yeah, totally. But, like, oh, man, he's so good. Mm-hmm. And I know lots of people have opinions about Sami Callihan And, like, I agree that AEW, it can seem very stale because he just, like, wins all the time.
All the time. He's like
But
the evil John Cena.
he is the evil, dirty Ohio John Cena.
Ew.
But
Ew.
he is such a good wrestler.
Yeah, he is really good.
He is such a good wrestler. The only thing that he does that I hate, but I love it because it's so visceral and so effective, is that fucking spit thing. It's just so nasty.
I hate it so
But when he
much.
spits in his hand and then just lets it, like, drip, it's so foul and so disgusting. But, oh, man, it's so effective.
Oh, my God.
Especially on TV.
Oh,
You just see it. And he, like, hawks some loogies. It's not a little spit.
I need 100% less spitting in wrestling. I think it's so gross.
I think Sammy's the only person that uses it effectively. It's disgusting. But then AR Fox came in and was like, hey, Killshot, this ain't over. I'm sorry, Desmond Fox?
I don't know. Desmond something. I know it's Desmond.
Is it? It starts with a D.
I'm pretty sure
It's still Fox.
I keep thinking it's Dwayne, which is not correct.
Whatever. AR Fox. It's AR Fox.
Yeah, it's AR Fox. I did feel like this ending was really disappointing because it felt like they were having this crazy kick-ass match. And
I
then
liked
it, was like,
it because of that.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it's nice that, like, we're
Because
getting
neither
more...
of them can really, in their storylines, afford a loss.
Yeah, true.
Or,
I guess
like,
that's
not their
true.
storylines, but, like, their like,
arcs.
rank in the company.
Yeah.
But it made sense that if one of them's going to lose, it would be Killshot being distracted by, like, Fox.
Yeah, it's true. It, like, sets up further storyline stuff, which makes sense. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It felt very anticlimactic to me. I don't know. I like AR Fox and Killshot, and I'm excited to see more of their, like, campaign together. It just felt very like, oh, okay.
I wrote down Katrina. Does she just come out and stand and stare at him?
Probably. I'm gonna assume so.
Katrina ended it, apparently.
I remember her walking down the stairs, but I do not remember why.
Yeah, probably because he won, and then she, like, came down and was like,
Suspicious.
Sometimes my notes are just one word.
Effective.
Or non-effective, because you're like, Katrina, what did she do?
Well, must not have been that important.
The end of the episode, though, was a segment in Dario's office when he was talking to somebody. He's like, oh, these matches are so good. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, well, who am I going to fight? He's like, there's only one person. You'll have to fight Son of Havoc. And who should I put down? You can call me Son of Madness. And they look like twins.
Yes, they do. I thought at first it was Delirious, and I was like, oh, God, I don't care for that person. But no, it's not. Do you know who it is?
Somebody told me who they think it is.
Oh, okay.
And I'm unfamiliar with that person, but, like, I don't know totally.
Okay. I don't know who it is, so...
We'll see. I'm pretty sure they're wrestling tonight, so...
Dope.
We shall see.
Cool.
I don't really want to talk about Raw. I thought it was so boring.
The first segment with Enzo was good.
That's it. That's all that was good.
Finn and Cesaro was good, but, like, pointless.
Whatever.
Totally pointless. Like, why did this match happen?
Raw just seems like 3 hours that I, like, why am I sitting here wasting my life?
I know. It was just me and Michael, like, sitting watching it alone, which never happens. That, like, we usually have somebody over.
Some people
it was
were
just
like,
what the fuck?
Oh, Miz is great. Yeah, Miz is always great, and this wasn't, like, a great Miz segment.
I
It's
will
just,
say
like,
that
Miz
Curtis
is great.
Axel's new hair is fantastic.
And Miz ripped his pants.
Straight up the bum. Straight up the bum. I thought that Miz looked like he was doing Alex Riley cosplay. Like, it was very similar to the
It's
outfit
so
that
funny.
Alex Riley wore when he accompanied Miz for WrestleMania, and I was like, this is really bizarre.
I love the Miz, but it was still, like, dumb.
Yeah, it was like, okay.
And good for Heath Slater, but,
Yeah.
like,
I love Rhino's new I'm with Heath tank top. Like,
yeah, he's really committed.
he knows. He knows why he's there, and it is working, and they are a good team.
Rhino.
Right? Rhino's like, what am I going to do? I lost my election. Pools.
I love pools.
I love pools.
Public pools.
Good for you, man. Everyone should love a public pool. Otherwise, they're disgusting because no one cares about them.
Yeah, gotta take care of them. Give the kids some water.
Truth.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever. Who do you think's gonna win?
Which match?
All of them.
Brock Lesnar's gonna beat Samoa Joe, and I'm pissed about it.
Yeah, it does suck because
Joe's doing such a good job. He's doing
doing
such a good job, and Brock is doing a lazy job, and I'm bored with him.
But what else is new?
I know.
What if he wins? Brock's gonna win.
Shocked. It would be one of the most
It would
shocking
be
things.
great though.
It would be like, not quite this level, but it would almost feel like when Cena and Lesnar had that SummerSlam where it was just like the 16 suplexes.
It
Where,
would be like Kevin Owens beating John Cena.
yeah, Brock feels like boring baby bird killing John Cena. Like he never loses, but like why? It feels so frustrating.
So frustrating.
Sucks.
Do you believe Neville will retain against Tozawa?
Yes,
I do too.
I do too. I just like. I just want them to do something different with Neville. I feel like at this point, like, I understand they hot potatoed it around for a really long time, but Neville's held that belt since the Royal Rumble. Like, it's been a long time.
I'm fine with him retaining, to be honest.
I don't know. I just want them to do something different. It feels like Neville is a completely different part of this division. Like, the division feels so unconnected from him because he's been put so far above everybody else. And the fact that he was a regular roster person who now is, like, seated above everyone in this, it just makes everyone feel less important. And so I feel like
But I think because of that, we need to have the person who takes it away
It needs to be right.
Yeah,
I agree. That's
and he's
true.
doing a good job as a placeholder, not a placeholder, but as a champion, so that like he can cycle through the roster and build everybody up.
That's true.
And then when they bring somebody that's shocking or whatever, the right time, I think it makes sense. Yeah. 205 Live this week was pretty good. It was a lot of Titus. It's a lot of Titus. Titus is saving 205 Live. The crowd was like into it. They were like chanting for 205 Live.
Good.
Neville had a match against Lindsay Dorado where Lindsay Dorado looked really good, but then Neville obviously won. Titus was on commentary. Titus was great on commentary, especially that Vince guy. He just kept putting clothing on him. He was like, "Where are my glasses? Where my hat? Cover face." It's pretty great. It was pretty great.
Titus is the best.
The main event was Swan versus TJ Perkins, and it was just like,
gives
we're
a
friends,
shit?
we're good guys, we can do this, TJ. And it was good. It was a really good match, good back and forth. Swan barely pulled out a victory to the point where, like, after the bell was rung, TJ goes to like put him in like a reversal, like headlock or whatever, and then he was like, "Oh no, I lost." Oh, and then he kind of like walks away all sullen. But obviously, it's like a temporary face turn.
Yeah,
it's just like a face turn to like disassociate him from being like Neville's handmaiden.
Yeah,
and then he'll turn heel again.
He's got
in a different way.
He's a better heel, and even then, he's still not particularly exciting.
I'm pretty sure they're setting up to move Cedric out of the division because there was a backstage segment with Noam Dar when he was getting like checked out by the doctor, and they were like, "I don't think you need a neck brace, it'll be fine." And Alicia comes in and she's like, "Hi babe," and he was like, "I'm so glad we can move on from our Cedric stuff." And she was like, "What do you mean move on?" "Well, move on when he's lost, and we'll move on when he's out of this division." And I was like, "Oh, this is how we get him out."
And that was his
you
whole
guys
thing.
Drive him crazy, and he's like, "I'm out of here."
Yeah, and like that was his whole thing during the Cruiserweight Classic too, is that he had to lose like 20 pounds in order to make the weight.
Yeah.
So, that's what we said as soon as he joined that division. Like, he's clearly gonna move out of this at some point. So, it's smart. Although, like, let's maybe not bring attention to how much everybody weighs, because there's no way in shit Neville weighs 205 pounds. Like, are you fucking... He's like twice the size of Finn Balor.
I think basically Alicia and Noam are going to drive him so crazy that he's like, "I have to get out of this division."
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Which works for everybody in that situation.
Yeah, that's true, because he can't escape them.
Yeah.
And, like, the only way he can do it is to leave. I do like that. That would be really interesting.
And it works for everybody.
Yeah,
there was also a match between Tony Nese and Jack Gallagher. It was fine, whatever. But then I think Brian Kendrick is having like a mental breakdown or something, because he was on the Tron dressed up like a Confederate soldier. Not Confederate soldier, a rebel soldier. So a revolutionary soldier. That's what I'm looking for. And he was like, "This is why Great Britain is not good. And this is why I'm going to kick your butt, Jack Gallagher, just like America. Independence Day," or whatever.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. when Dolph Ziggler was in the United States Battle Royale,
I just wrote, what is happening with his hair?
I literally didn't recognize him from behind.
Me neither.
Thought it was Brian Kendrick with highlights and was like, what the fuck did he do to his hair? What is he wearing?
Whatever, he was the first eliminated. Bye,
Yes,
bitch.
he was. Bye, bitch. So, as I was trying to figure out who the fuck it was, he went out of the ring and I was like, later.
Later, bitch. 2-5 Live was pretty solid this week. Also, like I said, the crowd chanted a bunch and was super fucking into it from top to bottom. So, like,
Weird.
great. It's getting, like, the show's been pretty consistent, but the crowds are getting over on it, I think.
Good. I'm
Who
glad.
do you think's gonna win versus Enzo and Cass?
Big Cass?
You know
How
what?
the fuck is Enzo gonna
Wild
win?
card, whatever. Enzo's totally gonna win. He's gonna
Somehow. He's gonna sneak out a win somehow.
dick kick, I guess.
Whatever. I can't believe they're doing this already. It feels so soon. Although I guess they like want to move on past it. I don't know.
Dean and Miz Intercontinental Championship bout 3000.
Oh my god. Snore emoji times a million. That's how I feel about that match. Like, I love both of these guys and I am so fucking sick of this feud. Like, move on. Just move on. Let Dean do anything else. Like, I understand that they want to give him belts, and I think that they should give him belts, but he's just better without one. Like, he is a good champion. He's a good Intercontinental champion. He's not a great world champion or heavyweight champion or whatever. But, like, he doesn't need it. He can do other things and win other matches and have grudge matches and have, like, lunatic asylum matches. He, like, does not need a belt. And so it just feels like, oh my god, just move on. Move him out of this. Like, ugh, I'm just done with it. I want new things.
Yeah, it's just we've seen this match so many times, and the build-up's been weird, and like
Yeah, it's not like this
been
is
like
a
bunch of other
stipulation
people.
match either,
Yeah,
right?
it's dumb.
So, I don't know, Miz retains.
Yeah, Miz retains. Sheamus and Cesaro, the Euro Babes versus the Hardy Boys in a 30-minute Iron Man tag match.
I bet that we go 15 minutes without a single pin.
And then it's just gonna be like pin, pin, pin,
Yeah,
pin.
pin, right back and forth. And I think in the end,
I think they tie.
I think that the Euro Babes win, but the Hardys are getting the winning or like getting the tying pin as the time runs out.
Ugh, I could not care less about this.
I know
WWE
it sucks!
WWE took the Hardys that I was so all in about and just made them boring.
I just don't care
Just like
about this.
they made the club boring.
Just like they made AJ versus Kevin Owens boring somehow in like a month. I don't understand how that happened either.
Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt.
Bray,
Bray.
I guess.
I want Bray. I'm just gonna say Bray.
It's gotta be Bray. Seth can lose. Like, his
Yeah.
whole thing is like, I'm gonna prove you're not a god. And so if he wins, it's kind of like, LOL, fuck you,
Yeah,
Bray
but-
again.
That's Bray's whole thing, so maybe he will.
Yeah, true. That's true. Good point.
Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks.
Alexa, I guess? I honestly don't know. Like, why would they put it back on Sasha? They were so unsatisfied with her as a champion. I would be
They could
very
put it
surprised.
back on Sasha to give Alexa and Nia a reason to actually team up.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think Alexa probably retains.
I feel like they're just gonna do the exact same thing they did with Charlotte, back and forth with Alexa. Like, they're just gonna... Sasha's gonna wind up as a goddamn 8-time champion in like a year and a half. And
I think Alexa's going to retain, though.
I hope so. I would kind of love for Sasha to wind up as an 8-time champion and then be like, Mickey James, come for me, bitch! What do you want? Like, I'm into that
Mickey
idea.
James is just in, like, catering with, like, a donut in her mouth and just like, wait, what? Oh, I have a match? Oh, okay. Does anybody want this donut?
Right? Be there in 5. I'm gonna eat this donut first.
Oh, I love donuts.
Yes.
Roman Reigns versus Brock. No, this Bleacher Report Bleacher Report has a very obvious typo. It says Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. That is not the match.
No, it's not.
There's a picture of Braun Strowman. That was not me. I was just reading.
Yeah, what
Roman
the fuck?
Reigns versus Braun Strowman in an ambulance match. Bleacher Report, get your shit together.
Damn, wow, that's... How have you not changed that?
Somebody needs to email them. Braun Strowman.
Yeah, Braun Strowman. It's an ambulance match. Like, all you have to do is shut someone inside of the ambulance. So.
Roman Reigns.
Looks like a prison guard. That's always what I think every time.
Roman Reigns, the guy with the wettest hair. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. We already said Brock.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Sigh.
What do you think is going to be on the pre-show? Do you think it'll be a different match?
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, they'll probably add something day of, maybe another women's match.
That would be nice.
Yeah, they'll probably throw a fucking women's tag together last second.
Or they'll be like, Heath, Rhino, do some tricks.
Yeah, true.
Do some tricks, boys.
Do some tricks. Does Finn have a match?
No.
So he might wind up on the pre-show with somebody.
I want him to just sit through all the matches ringside with popcorn. Like, this is cool. Remember when the New Day did that?
Yes, I do. It was the time that Enzo almost died, and they were like,
What do we do? What do we do?
we have this popcorn. They all, like, set it down, like...
I forgot about that.
They were like, that.
Where do we put our comedy props?
Right, they were like, we have this whole set of beanbags and candy, and now we have to slowly put it down and just walk away from it.
That's really funny. Speaking of the New Day's on SmackDown.
Yes, they are. Do you want to talk about the rap battle, or do you want to wait to talk about it later?
No, let's talk about the rap battle.
It was really good. It was
If by
shockingly
good, you
good.
mean it was good in a way where you're like, this is not good, but I'm not mad about it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, isn't that what a rap battle is like?
I think it's what a rap battle is like by two groups of people who are not rappers.
Yeah, but even then, like, they were doing some good
Wale
stuff.
was all in. He was like, all right, everybody, all right.
Right?
Wale did a great job.
He did a great job. Great job.
Really good
Like,
job.
I'm not a Wale fan, and I don't really even think he's
I
a
gotta be
particularly
honest,
great rapper, but
I don't even know who Wale is.
That's fine. I'm not
I
surprised
thought
by
his
that at all.
name was Whale, and then somebody said it. Somebody said Wale out loud, and I was like, oh, it's pronounced Wale. I don't even know what he sings.
Yeah, Wale.
It's not that I don't listen to rap music. It's just that I don't listen to the radio.
That kind of
I just don't really
rap,
listen.
yeah.
Yeah, I just listen. And even
it.
if I have heard a song, I'm not somebody who's like, who's singing this? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know the names of my favorite band's songs.
Yeah, that's true. I'm
not,
really bad about that too.
I like music, but I'm not like one of those.
I'm not a music
people.
person. Yeah. There are things about music I like a lot, but I'm not good about that kind of stuff. Details. I'm not good at details. In case you
just
were
to WWE theme songs. To be honest. So like my music knowledge is limited.
Yeah, he did a great job. He was so committed to it and was like, didn't lose his cool. He lost his shoe and somehow still was like, I got it. Yeah, you didn't see. That's why he ended it. He was like,
no.
Oh, y'all rushed each other and I lost a shoe? Disqualified. You're disqualified. But the important thing is, who the fuck did not pre-check these raps? Because, oh my God, like,
some of them were so good. The, like, Xavier Woods videotape
Rated
one.
R one was me and Nicole and Michael, and we all three of us just went, oh my God! Like, it was shocking. I honestly could not believe that
and
they were like...
And they repeated it!
Yeah, I know, right? Both of their really good singers, they were like, we're gonna repeat these just in case you didn't hear it. And we were like, we all heard this. Whoa. Also, Xavier's face when they said that was... so good.
Yeah.
It was so... He clearly wasn't expecting it.
But he took it like a champ.
Oh my God. Kofi's hexagon. First of all, did you see his video in the airport of him realizing that it was an octagon and not a hexagon?
No.
You have to watch it. It's fucking
And then they
hilarious.
were like... Do they even know what hexagons are?
I know, right? He like made it a big deal. Yeah, there's a hilarious video of him in the airport looking up hexagons and then going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's just so fucking funny. The song that's on it is perfect too. They have a fucking stop sign on their doll too, and so there's like a close up on the stop sign. It was just so good.
That's really funny.
It was so perfect. But when it was the Xavier Woods rated R line and the you only have a title because your wife got you on Total Divas. It was just like, oh, whoa!
I love that this final line that like broke the camel's back was like, you should be carrying Roman Reigns' bags.
Oh my god. Or that's what you do is you carry Roman Reigns' bags, which was perfect. It was the perfect line because everybody that was watching SmackDown was like, yeah, fuck you, Roman, you're not on this show and we hate you. It was so, and like, that is why the Usos are on SmackDown, because WWE tried to pair them with Roman and push him.
And it did not work.
And then like, move them to SmackDown, turn them heels, because it really did ruin the Usos' path. Like, they were like set to be these tag champions on the mixed brand, and then it was like, nah, you fucked these dudes over by putting them with Roman. So it was just like the perfect cherry. Like, oh god, that was good.
It was good.
Who would have thought a rap battle on WWE would have been anything other than hot garbage?
Yeah,
it was good. I really enjoyed it.
The Usos, even though New Day won because they didn't start the fight, but the Usos did a better job.
Yeah, everyone was good, honestly. Like, I just really enjoyed the whole thing.
The show started with John Cena coming back and being like, hey everybody, it's America's birthday!
I'm John Cena!
And then Rusev was like, so we get all excited because you're coming back, but like, what about me?
No one even answers me!
I send these videos, nobody calls back? What is a flag match?
I have absolutely no idea. Fucking none. Do they have to get the flag down? I don't.
There was a flag match before, and it was with Rusev, right?
I thought that was like whoever won that match had their flag dropped at the end, because that was when they used to drop the Russian flag and used to scare the shit out of John Cena every single time they did it.
Well, remember also like somebody got in trouble. Wasn't Big Show got in trouble for like ripping it down or something?
Yeah, when he turned heel, he like ripped the American flag down, I think, and everyone was pissed about it.
No, it was like the Russian flag.
Was it? I thought it was the American flag.
It was not the American flag. It was a different country's flag, or Bulgaria.
I think it was Russia at the time.
Was he Russian?
Yeah.
Is he Bulgarian? Who is he?
Yeah, because it was before the WrestleMania, so it was when John Cena and Rusev had the like
the
chain
tanks
match. We saw that live.
They're good wrestlers, so like...
Yeah, it's bizarre.
They they wrestle well together.
Yeah. Our first show that we went to together was the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, where they had that chain match for the United States Championship, so it's like really bizarre.
Wasn't the chain match at WrestleMania?
The one where they're chained together? No, that was at Extreme Rules. That's why.
No, that was at WrestleMania. That was absolutely at WrestleMania.
Did they have the Four Corners match at Extreme Rules?
Maybe.
That might have been what it was.
One of them was at WrestleMania and one of them was at Extreme Rules.
I'm pretty sure it was the chain match that was at Extreme Rules.
I don't remember.
I could swear.
Whatever.
What's important is that was, 3 fucking years ago, and then here we are again.
True.
This same goddamn match, basically. Like, alright, cool. Like you said, they're both good wrestlers.
It was a Four Corners match at
Extreme Rules.
No, at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then it must have been the chain match.
I think because this picture is them at WrestleMania and there's no chain.
Okay, yeah. Then it must be Extreme Rules.
I don't know. Again, wrestling after a while is just like one big fucking blob.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
True. They need somebody.
I love his haircut. P.S. It looks great.
I think he needs a haircut to fix his haircut. It's like short but like choppy.
He looks Russian as fuck. He looks like he just crawled straight out of an igloo that he built himself out of partially dead carcasses. Like straight.
I don't think you understand Russia. They don't build igloos in Russia, I don't think.
They build ice sculptures that are propped up by dead animals that they've killed. I'm gonna assume that's what happens on the Russian tundra.
Sure. That's
what Rusev does in Russia,
yes.
for sure. Definitely.
AJ fought Gable. which was a good match, but it was
What?
kind of like...
It definitely sounded like you said AJ frolicked Gable? Fought Gable?
I said fought.
Okay, it definitely sounded like frolic to me, and I was like, I'm very confused about what I missed.
Why would I say they frolicked each other? What would that even be? They just like touch each other's scalps?
I don't know.
That match was like watching somebody fight themselves 10 years younger. Right?
Yeah. I like how commentary was like, they have such different styles. Like, yeah, they do have very different styles, sort of, but only because they're such different ages. Like,
They're also just both really good.
Yeah.
And then at Talking Smack, AJ really put Gable over. Like, he was like, man, that kid, my face is all messed up. He like, because he had like a little like ring burn on his face. He was like, man, he really took me to task. Like, he really put Gable over.
yeah.
And they're not breaking Jason and Gable up.
Good.
So.
Is Jason injured? Is that the deal?
I don't know.
I don't understand what is going on with them, but whatever.
I think Gable's just in a position where, like, he's a really good worker, so they're like, we can trust you to do this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I also think it's, like, a funny mirror to their NXT time where, like, they became a team because Jason Jordan abandoned all of his teammates, and, like, now it's funny that he's like, I'm your cheerleader, buddy. I will come out and I will introduce you, and I'm super excited that you're here. Like, I like that. It's, like, a weird character progression that I really enjoy. And Jason Jordan's really good at it. Honestly, he is a great good guy. Like,
Yeah, he
way
really
better
is.
than when he was a heel.
Mojo and Zach are gonna break up.
They already broke up, it feels like. I mean, he tossed him out of that ring.
I don't think
and
that's
it's
a
like,
breakup yet.
I don't know. Zach seemed very upset about it.
I would be too.
I mean, right?
Zach
Mojo saved his ass and then was like, bye, bitch.
Mojo. Ugh.
Got what I needed from you and now you're gone, girl. Is Mojo turning heel or is Zach turning heel? That's the question. It feels like this set up for Mojo to turn heel,
Yeah,
which
it
is
did.
weird, and I don't know
Bro
how I
heel.
feel about it.
Bro, heel.
Zach is a great heel. Great heel.
Zach is great at everything he does.
I mean, well,
Zach Daddy forever.
he's not great at dating Emma, apparently.
But he is great at dating Chelsea Green. They also like Disney. I don't know what it is. It must just be if you live in Florida, it's a thing you like.
That's like they live in Orlando. It's probably extremely easy to get to. Also, if you buy a year-long pass, like you can just go whenever.
Yeah, true. Carmella and Ellsworth had a segment where they basically were just like, oh, you losers, look at my Money in the Bank
Losers.
briefcase.
When I went to the bank today to open our joint checking account, I was wearing my Carmella hat, and first of all, I had this Psycho Killer shirt on, and Michael was like, you have to change your shirt, you can't wear that to the bank. And I was like, why? It's fine. I don't think this is a bad shirt at all. And he was like, you cannot wear a shirt that says Psycho Killer into the bank. And I was like, I think it's fine. But he and Nicole were both like, bitch, you gotta change your shirt.
That's funny.
So I like put on a normal person shirt, but I had my Carmella hat on when we walked in, and the teller who greeted us was like, okay.
FABULOUS.
Sort of. She said, was like, oh, so this person will be with you in no time, and then she like passed by me and she was like, I love your hat, and winked at me, and I was like, oh, girl, thank you.
I was wearing a Young Bucks shirt on Sunday, and several people were like, I like your shirt. And I was like, all right, wrestle nerds, I see y'all out here.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Then Naomi came out being amazing with her new beautiful glowy
I
belt.
fucking love her glowing belt. All this bullshit, like, oh, it's gross and it disrespects the belt. Like,
Wait, is that a thing that people are saying?
oh yeah, a bunch of people think it's shitty and that it is disrespectful and that it looks terrible. A bunch of
I'm
people
just
are
gonna,
comparing
without
it to...
having read any of the tweets, I'm just gonna call all those people racist.
Oh, it's exactly what it feels like. 1000%. Some of the people are like, it's like when John Cena had the fidget spinner belt because he had that like weird twirly thing. But like, this is her gimmick. It 1000% works with
And
her
it
gimmick.
really
It's not-
looks good on the belt. She didn't
Yeah.
like it works. It works so well.
It works so well.
She has
It's
different
so
settings. She's
appropriate.
got 7 settings for it.
It's baller as hell. Like, it is... If you're gonna customize the belt, it should be to your gimmick. And, like, she built this gimmick literally from shoes up. It feels very appropriate that
From
this
shoes
is,
up.
Like, she has glow-in-the-dark plates on the side, and it felt really weird that there was just these glowing plates,
And it
too.
just said glow.
Yeah, and so now it's like, now you have this whole thing, which is way more appropriate and, like, looks good. I like it a lot. And also, like, I said on Twitter, too, this fucking bitch had to fight for 3 years to get this gimmick listened to. Like, literally
It
give
should
her...
fight for like 8 years just to get paid attention to.
Exactly. Like, give her whatever she wants.
Give her everything. She's champ forever.
Exactly. Like, she's doing a fucking
She
great
was great
job.
on Talking Smack, too.
Also, like,
She's a great babyface.
I usually hate fucking bullshit throwaway roll-up diva era length matches, but like I am here for her rolling Lana up immediately every time, being like,
she didn't roll
bitch,
up. She
get out.
kicked her, flipped her, and then
Sunset
put her,
flipped her, yeah.
and then put her in a submission. And it was like, her face was hilarious. She was like, "Bitch, tap."
Right? I liked too that she flipped her. She did the sunset like mini powerbomb thing and was like, I have you pinned. LOL. Absolutely not taking a chance that they're gonna do this bullshit ring shoulder off the apron thing. Like, fuck
Most
that.
of the time I would agree, but like it works for like, cause I mean it made less sense that Lana had like a long match with Naomi at Money in the Bank. That was like, what is happening? Lana is almost winning, and then they were like, no, this is a weird way to go to the storyline. It's just pin her really quickly.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, this match is short because you only get a minute to fill.
Right.
This match is short because Naomi as champ is putting you in your place.
Yes, exactly. I totally
Which is
agree
like
with
appropriate for Lana's character.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And I, with all of my sordid past with Lana, I really like what they're doing with Lana's character.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is the right decision. It's like they took everything about Eva Marie, but put it with a person who is more Emelina and are like mixing these two gimmicks together, and it's working for Lana. Like,
and Lana is not the best wrestler in the world, but like she has made so like a vast improvements, and like clearly is working hard, and also like doesn't look like cement in the ring.
Yes, absolutely.
Like she, can take moves by other people, can't just do a move to one other person.
Right, yeah. She has a very limited repertoire still, but like you said, she doesn't look like cement, which is a huge upgrade from most people who do this kind of gimmick.
And she's really good at face acting. Like, she looks like her whole world had shattered.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
And then
Tamina
came out.
Ring gear, like, I like that the like slits on the side. It looks usable and movable in a way that like
I just can't get over the boots.
I mean, the boots are really bad, but like this is definitely an improvement over what she originally debuted in. Yeah, I like how Tamina was like, "I'm your mom. I came from the PTA meeting to pick your ass up from getting kicked on the playground. Like, come on, bitch, come with me."
I don't want Tamina to just be a bodyguard, but I like the idea of Tamina being like, I will show you how it's done. I am so good. I like, if she's the one that's in charge, like when she was bodyguards, like AJ was in charge, and like, but if Tamina is in charge of it, maybe it will work. Yeah. I just don't want Tamina to be the bodyguard again. Yeah, or if she's going to be the bodyguard, I want her to be the bodyguard because she actually wins.
Yeah, because she demonstrates that she's strong enough to fill that role and not just like, I'm doing this because they have nothing else for me. Right. Also, I was thinking about this the other day when Tamina came on. Like, it blows the way that they introduced her to SmackDown. The more and more I think about it, the more it makes me angry. Like, when they introduced her in the brand, like, reshuffle, the Superstar Shakeup or whatever the fuck it was called, they did the, like, she's the daughter of a legend, and she's a such and such, and she has this kind of pedigree, because they wanted you to believe that it was going to be Charlotte. And so immediately when they introduced her, it was like, LOL, fuck you, it's just Tamina. Yeah. And, like, it seems like the more I think about it, the more it's like, man,
I agree. Like, in the moment I liked it, but now that you're putting it that way, yeah, that makes sense.
And it feels like, in hindsight, too, the way that they've treated her character feels very much like we don't actually know what to do with you. We just use you as a joke because you're not Charlotte. So it feels like they need to make some changes with Tamina, and she is better than she used to be as well, and so I wish that they would give her some opportunity to actually run. Like, if she's going to have a program with Naomi, I really want to see that, and I want to see
Naomi
her
at Talking Smack was like, I want to wrestle Charlotte, but I want to wrestle everyone. I gotta prove myself, and I'm a good champ. I'm here to fight.
And I feel like Tamina, even if she loses, but if she like has a really good match with Naomi where she looks strong and not just as a throwaway, could be another good stopgap until they get to Charlotte. Like, they're clearly building to SummerSlam, and so that's probably when we're going to get Charlotte and Naomi. I don't think they're going to burn it before then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, also, Ellsworth was banned and fined and suspended.
Fined $10,000.
I love that Ellsworth was like, I don't have that money, and Carmelo goes, that's not that much.
Right? I don't have $10,000 to throw around. Well,
you should ask Arya Davari, because he drops $15,000 and doesn't even look at it.
Right? If I
just follow him around.
$1,000,
just follow him around. He drops like money on the ground and doesn't pick it up.
Right? Exactly. Just push him over and he'll like scatter money everywhere and be like, nah, not worth my time.
I love Carmella's reaction when he was like, "You better leave, or I'm taking the briefcase away from Carmella."
I love that. I think
she was like, "Get out, get out, get out, get out."
I think that is a really, really great stipulation. Because for the next 31 days, it's going to be like, what happens if he's there? Like, will he be there? Is he going to try and sneak in? Is she going to have to stop him from coming in? Like, I like that it creates this extra dynamic, especially because she has this, like, controversial win twice now, where it's like, you had to do all of this fucking work, and so now I think it will be an interesting element to be like, do you cash in because you think that Ellsworth is going to fuck you up? Or, like, how do you do this exactly? So I thought that was a good move on their part to add that as an addendum to the fact that James Ellsworth is banned.
I don't want her to cash in for a long time.
Right? I want her to hold that shit till WrestleMania. Cash that shit in, like, the absolute best pay-per-view you can. Like, I'm so here for that. I think that would be amazing.
Of Money in the Bank briefcases, Shinsuke Nakamura tried to talk, and then Baron Corbin was like, "Oh, I love to beat people up backstage.
God,
it's like the only thing I do."
He was wearing a great shirt, though, that I was like, is that
his
Shinsuke's shirt?
No, Corbin's new shirt on WWE is good.
No. He wasn't wearing his own shirt. He was wearing, like, a red triangle print collared shirt that looked like it belonged to Shinsuke Nakamura.
Maybe he was trying to blend in.
It looked like...
He was taking tips from Fandango.
It literally looked like a shirt that Nakamura has worn in the past. It was very stylish, and I was like, where the fuck did you get this shirt? What is happening here? And I tweeted that, and everyone was like, it's his new wolf shirt. And I'm like, he's literally wearing a red triangle shirt. It's not a wolf shirt.
Who knows?
That's why it's confusing.
Aiden English tried to do stuff, and then Randy was like, no.
Bitch, nah.
And that almost the entire match was on commercial break.
Uh-huh.
So stupid. And then Jinder Mahal came out, and then they were like, no, you can't speak in Punjabi. Just America's J.
Whatever.
Yeah, I kind of, like, really zoned out hard.
Yawn.
Literally made me yawn. Ugh. That's really funny. And then we had the best segment in all of wrestling history. Tenne Young interviews Ty Dillinger.
Ty was walking through the hallway, and I saw the construction worker and was like, what is this random-ass construction worker doing in this shop?
I didn't even notice Fandango until the end of that segment.
You're kidding. Oh my God.
I was paying so much attention to Tyler Breeze. Even when Ty Dillinger turned around, I rewatched the segment. I was like, how do you miss that?
That's
I was so keyed in on Tenne Young.
Oh, I noticed right away that construction worker was there, and he looked so awkward that I was like, oh shit, did this dude just realize that he's in this shot? It literally felt like, what the fuck is this? And then I saw him slowly climb down the ladder in the background and was just like, oh my God, it's Fandango. I can't even believe this. And as he got, like, closer and closer, I was like, this is the greatest segment of my life. Tenne Young was so good.
I mean, his shirt has a triangle on it.
Yeah.
But it does have a big giant wolf head on it.
Yeah, that's not the one that he was wearing.
All right. Tenne Young is the best.
Brilliant.
I'm talking smack. Renee was like, I don't sound like that. And Daniel Bryan goes, yeah, your voice is much deeper. Because Tyler was just like, how are you going to beat Breezango? They're, what he said, he didn't say triple threat. He said something, and then he just kept listing things. They're the best. They're super cool. They got lots of moves. I love that Ty was, like, trying to put one over on them, and it was like, they're great, but, like, it's a battle royal. What if they have to fight each other? And they both were like, oh.
I
love that. I love that Tyler Breeze had a full face of makeup and just his tiny little soul patch. Like a contoured face and just like a little soul patch.
It was so good. I fucking loved it. Also, he looked great in that shirt, dress, whatever it was.
Yeah, and his wig looked really good.
I know, right?
I thought he looked very nice.
I fucking loved it. I love too that Fandango was like, do you think that he recognized us? And he was like, I didn't even recognize us. Duh, definitely not.
And then Fandango just like slowly caressed his hair a little bit and was like, all right, I'm into this.
I loved it too that Fandango was like, yeah, if we have to face each other, that's just what it is. But we're still a team. I love that like people try to set them against each other and they're like, no, we understand that competition is our job and we will always be
Well,
a
then
team.
they had that fun spot in the Battle Royale where Fandango got eliminated and then Tyler Breeze like jumped into his arms and then like got put back into the ring because technically his feet didn't touch the ground or whatever. That was a nice moment.
Yeah. I just love them. I think they're such a good team. Like, I love to, like, I will never get over that both of them were being so wasted and are just like such a
They
great
made magic
pair.
together.
They really do make magic together, and like I
and
love
they like
them as a pair.
help other people make magic.
Yeah, absolutely. They make everybody that they're in every segment with look good.
Yeah.
Wrestling in ring and also like storytelling out of ring, like all of it is fucking phenomenal.
Maria and Mike Kanellis were trying to give a backstage interview, but Sammy was just kicking power lines over and cutting cameras out.
I love this like new hard committed goofy ass Sami Zayn. Like I love that he's fucking running wild with this shit. He's so good at it.
It also just it doesn't detract from anything else that he does. It
Yeah.
just like adds to it. And
Right.
it's not goofy in a Breezango way or a New Day way. It's just like it's just so earnest.
Yes, it is. It's very earnest. I love that he was quoting Power of Love and then his music started playing. He was like, oh my god, I have to go. And like, and I love too that like they're supposed to be bad guys because like, I don't love the gimmick that they're bad guys because they're in love.
Well, they're
and
bad guys
he's-
because they hate everybody else and they think that they're better than everybody else. But right now they're bad guys just because of the name.
Right, because he took her name and it's like,
But I'm
whatever.
talking smack, like, Daniel Bryan was like, so what is the power of love? Like, how are you going to show it to us? And they were like, well, we're going to show it to you because everybody else is like trash, basically.
Yeah.
They're like, the power of love is us showing you how awful you are.
Yeah, which is good, and I think it's the right direction for it. It just feels like we need a second
Yeah.
to like recalibrate and like.
Daniel
get
Bryan
on
was
this
like, did
switch.
you know that the power of your love knocked the cameras out? And they were like, it wasn't us. It was that, what kind of adult can just stretches backstage and kicks out power lines?
I just love him. I think he's so good, and
Sammy forever.
And like, I love the idea that he was like, I love the idea of your love, and I think that what you're doing is really great here. Like that, Sammy's
love
just
love.
so clueless. Like I just fucking love it.
Sammy just loves love.
I just love all of it. I think it's fantastic. Ugh, I love him so much. He's such a wonderful being.
He is a wonderful being.
Although I will say, like I said earlier, I'm already bored of AJ versus Kevin, and when it came down to the two of them as the final two, I actually wanted Sammy to win, and like against Kevin,
Sammy forever,
I
man.
literally have a shirt of the two of their faces that says "Fight Forever." Like we've seen them fight a million times, but I was still like, I want Sammy to win it. I need Sammy to win the belt. Like
Well, that's part of Sammy's charm is that you're always like, yeah, Sammy.
he might actually do. Oh, God,
But
fucking
Ty
damn it.
was also in that for a long time.
I was very
Thank
disappointed
God.
that he didn't win. Actually,
but I'm also glad that he was in it until almost the end.
Yeah,
and that
that's
he had a
true.
backstage segment and he was in a match.
Yeah, true. And we haven't seen his ass in fucking weeks. So.
Since that commercial.
Yep. So I'm here for it. I want him to be around all the time. I love
Yeah,
Ty.
I agree.
So
Do you have any
bad.
other thoughts about this week's wrestling?
They were good things, mostly, which was nice.
Yeah.
Like I like whatever. Raw was boring, but like
Yeah, I thought Raw sucked, but everything else I watched I really enjoyed.
yeah, and Raw didn't feel like offensive.
Raw just felt like
was just-
we should have had this pay-per-view last week. We have nothing else to do.
Right, exactly. It just felt like a totally boring go-home show.
Do you think the pre-show will be Goldust and R-Truth?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, right?
I feel like that does make more sense. They've been definitely building to that. Unless they
We
want to do
shall
that
see.
at SummerSlam, which is their
That
next
seems weird,
pay-per-view.
though. That does not seem like a SummerSlam fight to me.
I don't know. It could be like a cool down SummerSlam match or a pre-show SummerSlam match, to be
That's
honest.
true.
And they have been building this for like a year, so it doesn't seem weird if they wait. And also, like, their promos are good. So
Yeah.
if they want to delay that and do some more of that, I can see them also doing that.
We have one new review, and it is our 50th review. The title is Not My Demographic,
Oh!
but it is 5 stars, so I'm confused. It's by the Rock Out Kid, but
Okay.
it's spelled, Rock is spelled like raw with a K.
Oh.
It's
Punk rock.
Punk rock, the Rock Out Kid. Erin and Stella bring you this past week in wrestling and some other bonus shows from time to time. It's great to get a female perspective on the world of wrestling. Also, it's great that they actually watch the shows instead of just read about them. Just listen already. Number 50!
Woo! Thank you!
We did it!
We did it! That's crazy that we have 50 reviews already, honestly.
We are very pushy.
We're very pushy. It's true.
Very, very pushy.
Boost our iTunes numbers or fucking whatever. Is it called Apple Play now? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't have that shit.
I don't.
I'm a podcatcher. Android.
Whatever. I think it's just called podcast on my phone. So, it's in the podcast app.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, we did have a question that we never answered. I think it was from Joe Crack. Who has the most trash extensions in wrestling right now? Which I was like, that's
Dolph Ziggler. Just kidding.
His is real, though.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know.
Oh. I think it might be Kenny Omega because it has such a weird color gap and it really fucking
Does Paige
bothers
still
me.
count? Because her extensions are not good. Because she doesn't
did
like
that-
wash her hair, so like...
That's true. Her hair is fucking gross. Lana's is the answer. Lana's extensions are trash.
I don't think they're worse than Kenny Omega's or Paige's. No, I don't.
They're bad, though. Hers are ratty. That's the problem. Like, Lana
Naya's
doesn't...
aren't great either because you can see the break in them.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
You know what? Most of them aren't great.
Most of them are trash.
It's not even that they're trash. It's that it's high definition television where their hair moves a lot so you can see them. And then when they get sweaty or matted, like, you can see them. It's not even
that's a
that
good point.
they're taking care of them badly or that, like, it is just like, well, yeah, but in general, it is just a medium that, like, doesn't lend itself well to extensions, but they all have extensions.
Yeah. And it's weird, too, because I feel like it's the opposite problem of what happens with their gear, where, like, in person, you see that it has all of these embellishments, it's very sparkly, and that stuff reads very flat on TV. But in person, their extensions look normal, and they look like they move naturally. But you're right, in high definition, when you're looking at it, it's like, bitch, I can see where you stapled that shit into your hair, and I can't deal with it. But it's because the cameras are, like, right there.
Even though the colors are a little wonky right now, I still think Naomi has the best hair.
I like her new dye job, because she has the new wash in it now. She put
Yeah,
these
but
new
it looks a
extensions
little
in.
chunky.
Oh, see, I like it. I thought it looked really good.
Also, Peyton and Billy's hair always look great.
That's true.
Billy's hair looks like beautiful raven perfection.
Yeah, hers just doesn't even look like
Hers
extensions.
might just be real.
Hers might be real. I'm pretty sure Billie Kay's hair is real as well, because she doesn't really have long hair. Hers is, like, cut pretty short.
Anyways, Billy Kay and Peyton are perfect, and I love them.
That's true. That's the question we should have answered. Who doesn't have trash extensions?
Well, that was part of the question. Who has the best and worst?
Yeah, well,
She has long hair, but it just looks real.
yeah.
Australians are all natural. Mary Fuck Kill. This one's from Henry T. Casey. Tag teams. The iconic duo, speaking of, Heavy Machinery and the Usos. That's weird. Obviously, marry the iconic duo. I want to hang out with them all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Kill Heavy Machinery, and I guess have sex with the Usos.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Although I would make an argument that the Usos would probably also be good to be married to, because they seem like super legit supportive
Yeah, you
partners.
could flip the
I
iconic
think
duo
I
and
would rather
Usos.
fuck the iconic
I
duo,
don't
to
know.
be honest.
I want to hang out with Billy and Payne forever.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, Heavy Machinery. Bye.
I can't. It's not even because they're big dudes. It's because I don't know really anything about them, and
Right,
also
I'm not
they
like
seem like they would just like yell a
into
lot.
them. Yeah, which is fine, I guess, but not what I'm looking for right now.
I can't remember if we answered this one, so I'm just gonna ask it again. This one is from Rockford Guy. It's Sami Zayn, Neville, and Tyler Breeze.
I don't think we've answered this one. Ooh, Sami Zayn, Neville, and Tyler Breeze.
Marry Sammy.
Yes. Fuck Tyler, kill Neville. You would rather fuck Neville than Tyler Breeze? Are you out of your fucking mind?
I don't know. I like the scary Neville.
Oh, no!
I know that he's very ugly, but like there's something about scary Neville and the way he says
He
fire.
needs to go back into that mask from the Indies, first and foremost, if he's going to even be considered for that.
No.
And even then, Tyler Breeze is beautiful.
Tyler
He's a
Breeze
fucking
is
Adonis.
beautiful, but Tyler Breeze is like maybe too beautiful.
Then marry Tyler Breeze. 'cause
No,
he
marry
also-
Sammy forever.
I mean, Tyler also seems
Marry
like a super
Sammy.
legit husband.
I don't
Not
care.
gonna lie.
Marry Sammy. What am I not gonna marry Sammy? We're gonna marry Sammy.
I feel like Sammy would also be a very good lover.
Yeah, well, you can fuck your husband.
True. That's true.
This is something you should know going into marriage.
You're right. You're right. I'll have to have a conversation with Michael about this.
This one is from KaiY75.
All right, yeah.
Asuka, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross.
Ooh.
I would...
That's a hard one.
I think I would kill Nikki just because she's kind of scary.
She's insane.
Right? I think you would just kill her just to
I
be
feel like she's the kind of person that you'd be like, you could choke me a little bit, and she would murder you.
I think you gotta kill Nikki for your own personal
Yeah, right, for
safety.
my own safety, I need to murder her.
And then you also just fuck Asuka because she's also kind of scary.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know that I want to trust her with my finances. She seems like she lives kind of
I feel like you would
luxuriously.
marry her and she wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, she'd be like, all right, bitch, I'm going to buy this house and bye.
She'd just be out by the pool not talking to you.
Right? Ember Moon would be like, let's take some Snapchat.
Yeah, like Ember's like intense, but not like scary.
Right, exactly.
So I think you just have to marry Ember.
She seems like chill hard, work hard. Like, I'm into that. I need that in a married partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think those are the safe choices.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Sorry, Nikki. You're just frightening.
You're too scary. You gotta die.
Too fucking scary.
You just gotta die. And on that note,
Yeah.
you can find us on the internet. I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at Erngency.
You can find us on cagesideseats.com and at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com.
You can email us. We haven't gotten an email in a minute, so somebody send us an email at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
You can also find us on iTunes, where you should rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes, please.
You know, we're about to hit our 2-year, and I think for our 2-year, we should give away a prize.
Oh,
I don't know what the prize
idea.
is, but basically, if you have left us a written review, because that's the only way I can see your name, Canada, you count. I'll find you guys again.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If you have left a written review, I will like put everybody's like name or like number or whatever in a random thing, and then you could win a prize. So if you haven't given a review, prize
Now's the
TBA, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of spitballing here.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So if you want a fucking prize, you gotta leave a review.
I should have bought an extra Eva Marie Funko doll.
I'm sure we could get one for like $2.
I'm sure that we could. Actually, I don't think they sell them anymore. I'm pretty sure I got the last wave. That's why mine was so cheap. Also, when
Yeah,
Stella
but like
came
Amazon
over-
exists.
Yeah, true. When Stella came over to my house for book club, she just picked up my Eva Marie Funko doll and held it out to me like, "How dare you!"
We'll do something. It will be like it won't just be like a thing. It will be like a little compilation. It will be nice. It'll be a nice gift. It will be worth taking the time to write us a review for.
Yes, definitely.
Number 2-year.
2 years, man.
Yeah, we're going to hit our 100th and our 2-year very close to each other.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do something else for our 100.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, weird.
But our 2-year is definitely like celebrate with prizes, and I will not be taking any drugs.
Good call. Good call. I do not have any of those weed gummies anymore, so
No drugs for me.
that's a good call. That's a good call. All right. Demis?
Yeah.
Champa's Psycho Killer
Just pulled a
shirt.
bunch of hair out of my head.
Ew.
Oh my god. That's like not insignificant.
It's like you had a knot and it was just like, goodbye.
I mean, I guess it's only like 4 strands and I have really thick hair, so it just seems like a lot. But
It does seem like a lot.
I'm uncomfortable with it. Sorry, you were talking about something serious.
Hi, you've reached the High Fashion Hotline.
Hi, my kids are obsessed with those fidgety spinner things, but I'm obsessed with putting a new spin on my family's summer style.
Go to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, Old Navy's huge summer clearance is obsessively good with up to 75% off all the best summer styles right now.
Up to 75% off?
Yes, up to 75% off on thousands of styles starting at $3.99, including terrific tees and tanks, flattering dresses, and the latest shorts at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
We just found our new obsession. Old Navy, here we come.
High Fashion, Old Navy. Valid 7/6 to 7/23.